going on, everybody? It is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, your favorite time of the week. Why? Because you're here with us on the Mike and Mish show. What's up, Mike?
What's up, Kyle? What is happening? Or should I call you Mish? How many people do you think know that your name is Kyle? I sometimes wonder when I talk to people and I go to say Kyle said, and I'm like, wait a second.
You know what? Social media, there's no secrets are safe with social media. So if they just search me for fucking 30 seconds, they'll know that I'm Kyle Mish. True. I just want to go ahead and say right now, I might be the greatest Little League coach in the history of the world, too.
Oh, shit. You're kicking ass in Little League?
Dude, just kicking ass in Little League. Yeah. We beat the best team, maybe the second best team in the league tonight, 9-3. Moved to 8-2. 8-2 on the season. Maybe we're the best team right now. I don't know. But shout out to the Gaffney Dolan Zombies. That's who we are, the Gaffney Dolan Zombies.
Yeah. Kyle?
Burying motherfuckers, dude.
Kyle and like a group of grown-ass men play against these Little League teams, and they fucking crush them. Dude. You should see it. It's amazing.
That is not true. We are molding the minds of the young up-and-comers of this world. We're teaching them work ethic. We're teaching them how to be a winner. We teach them that baseball is fun, but it is way more fun when you win. Right, Mike? Winning's awesome.
It's usually very fun when you're winning. It's the best.
So with that said, we got 3 guests coming on tonight. We got Bryce, Baba Yaga, Henry coming up in a second. He's going to be returning to the squared circle, trying to stay undefeated, coming off of a big boxing victory just recently. Then we're going to follow him up with Sawyer Depee, and then his opponent, Gabriel Mota, will come on to finish up the show. We got some stuff to give away. We got some tickets to give out. We're going to go ahead and shout out some sponsors real quick, and then we're going to bring on Bryce. Here we go.
Norcom Mortgage and Michael Mish are delivering the American dream to those who serve America, helping veterans obtain the dream of home ownership. They offer programs that include no money down, no first-time homebuyer requirement, 100% cash-out refinances, rehab loans. They can help you purchase a home, purchase a condo, refinance an existing mortgage, create a dream home with rehab loan. To learn more, visit www.michaelmish.norcommortgage.com or call 860-884-2103.
To learn more, 860-884-2103 for the greatest mortgage broker on the planet, Michael Mish. He's the man.
Beautiful man.
Hit him up. Beautiful man. He's got a strong last name too. Hit up Bareknuckle Corn Snacks on Instagram and at bareknucklecornsnacks.com. Get yourself some snacks for the upcoming fights. BKFC 44 is coming right up, and there are many flavors to choose from. Get yourself a couple bags, sit down, watch some violence. Let's go. And our last sponsor, we got BKBetShark. The dude just cleans house every time he bets on these fights. I suggest getting to his Instagram and following him as soon as you can. Definitely before this upcoming event, because you're going to want to follow his wise words and win yourself some money.
If you hate money, do not go to BKBetShark. I'm telling you that right now. If you don't want money, if you hate money, if you want to live under a bridge somewhere, don't do BKBetShark.
Yeah. And if you like money, I mean, he's a good guy.
If you're a Billy Goats gruff, probably don't go to him.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get our first guest of the evening in right now. He is a 22-year-old stud in both gloved boxing and bare knuckle boxing. He's coming off a glove boxing match just recently on the most valuable prospects card, the same one that Angel Core was on. We talked to Angel Core last week, and he's got a fight coming up against the undefeated Billy Wagner at BKFC 44 in Great Falls, Montana. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Baba Yaga, Bryce Henry.
Yo.
What's up, dude?
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
You're back.
Good, doing good.
Trying to get you big on the screen right now.
There we go.
There it goes.
There we go. There he is.
What's up, man? Look at all those belts hanging on your wall back there. What's that all about? Wow.
My amateur days, man. Hold on, I gotta show you more. Hold on. Here you go.
Look at this guy.
Here we go. All this shit.
Nice.
You got to go ahead.
A valuable prospect belt. Is there a belt for valuable prospects?
Well, no, I ain't see it.
I didn't either. I mean, it was the first card, but you think they're gonna have one?
They should. They should. Hey, wait, hold on. Before we start.
Yes.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Say my name again, Bryce. What, Henry?
Baba Yaga?
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Oh, there we go.
Everybody says it wrong, like Baba Yaga. They be like, Baby Yaga. I'm like, no.
Isn't Baba Yaga, isn't it from John Wick?
Exactly, yes.
They say Baba Yaga?
That's exactly what I got. I don't know. They say it wrong, but it's Baba Yaga.
Oh, well, I'm fucking stupid, and I hear it wrong every time I watch those movies, I guess.
You're fine.
Well, you're the man. You're the one that the boogeyman fears, right? Is that what it is?
It's not the boogeyman. It's the person you send to kill the boogeyman.
Kill the boogeyman. Yeah. That's what it is. That's right. Well, you've been doing nothing but killing in your career so far. 6-0 in your boxing career now.
Mm-hmm.
You just fought on that most valuable prospects card under the most valuable promotion owned by Jake Paul. Another big win for you, another impressive victory, and you were on the first one of those cards of its kind. What was that experience like?
It was good, man. It caught me off guard because it took me a week. It was a week notice for that fight. I was already in training camp with Edgar Berlanga, and you guys don't know who that is, but yeah, I was over there, and they said, "Oh, we got a fight for you. There's some kid, like some high-ranked national Olympic kid." So I said, "What's his name?" And he told me Jamar Pemberton. So I looked him up. I'm like, "Oh shit, I ain't scared of nothing." So I said, "Let's run it." And then yeah, I got there. The whole venue was good. It was the most professional place I ever been to. So I'm like, "Oh, this should look nice." Yeah, we here.
Had you ever been to? You've never been to the Crib Royale before?
No, that's my first time.
Yeah, Mike and I went to the first BKFC event that they had at that place. We had been to a bunch of BKFC events before, but we went to the one at the Crib Royale, and we were the same way you are. That place was surprisingly
big.
Awesome.
Like that room is huge. For like the height of the ceiling. I felt like the room was too wide. I was like, I feel like the place is gonna fall in on me because it's massive. The room is massive.
I got there. I'm like, damn, this shit feel like it's so big. It feel like a college play, like a college. I'm like, damn, I'm walking around like, oh, like what the fuck? I didn't expect this. Like
right.
Yeah,
the inside's nice. They have a nice pool outside with a cave.
The waterfall.
Yeah, the waterfall. The rooms are really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got the grotto in there. What happened in the grotto? Anything good?
The grotto.
The grotto.
Was that?
So back in the day, right? When Playboy was a thing, right? When Playboy magazine actually was good, still a thing, I don't know, but the Playboy Mansion used to have giant parties, and there was a grotto there. And supposedly, and not even supposedly, we all know what happened. Celebrities and very fine ladies went in there and did things, but it's kind of like Las Vegas. You know what happens in the grotto stays in the grotto. But the grotto thing going on there at the Crib Royale. So, yeah, didn't know if you had some good times at the Crib Royale after your fight.
My bad. My dad had one in it. My bad.
Your dad was listening.
Oh, you know, your dad said, don't say anything about the grotto. Don't say anything about the grotto. That's what he was saying, right? In the background.
He was like,
kill it. Nah, man. But you're back. Hey, you're back. You went in there against Brandon Shavers in your debut for the BKFC. Before your debut with the BKFC, we heard about this incredible prospect, Bryce Henry, from Perez, and anybody that would listen, he was just telling everybody that this is the guy. Then you went in there and you did your thing against Brandon Shavers. If I remember the fight correctly, you took a round or two to like really settle in on him, right? I think it went a couple rounds, but then I just remember you ripping body shots on him and overhands, like you got him keeling over and you're popping him in the side of his head. Was that what that was, a feel out process in those first few rounds, just because you had done, strictly glove boxing up to that point?
Yeah, first shout out to Ryan, because without him, none of this, I wouldn't be here. So shout out to Ryan. Yeah, I was new to I've been around I've been to shows, like I've been to one in Miami and all type of stuff, and Daytona and all that. But I actually trained with Howard and Jared and all them boys, but actually being there, it was way different. So I went in there. I didn't want to get cut up with anything. I want to keep looking pretty. So I went in there, I felt him out, caught him with clean shots. I didn't want to make it rough because that's what he wanted to do because I was young, going and try to rough up the youngin. So I went in there, I caught his time. It's like, just got to feel out. I dropped him. I just kept getting to the body because I know everybody in bare knuckle gets tired fast. So I said, why not just go to his body, break him down fast, and hit him with clean shots, and then you seen what happened. I broke him down and got him out of there. It was
Dude, body shots seem to have so much more of a devastating effect in bare knuckle than in any other combat sport. And it must be just those the knuckles hitting the ribs just must hit different, I would imagine, because it seems like you said, go to the body, take their wind out of them. The guys that really implement those body shots seem to fucking really excel in this sport.
Mm-hmm. And then when I hit him, I promised, but I thought I broke his rib. Like I hit him it was the one that actually dropped him. I said, oh shit. Like I felt it in my hand, like, oh shit, like did I break his rib? I looked at him like, oh shit. Like, all right, let's keep going. Then he got up. That surprised me when he actually got up. Cause I thought I didn't want to hit him too hard to break my own hand. But when I seen him, I'm like, oh shit. Oh, he a tough motherfucker. So let's do it.
When he actually lost, you almost couldn't see the shot because you were so close to him and the way the camera was. I was like, wait, what the hell just happened? And then they show the replay and you kind of caught him real close. You were like really close to him.
Even with that uppercut, because I put no power like into that. So like when he came, like when I got his when he got tired, like later on in the rounds, and then when he had like more sting in his punches, I actually sat still with him, started catching him and shooting. So when I caught it and shot it, I had no power in it. I guess it was just clean, and his body couldn't take any more punishment. So
yeah,
he went.
And they matched you up. They matched you up well in that fight for a debut fight. They gave you a tough dude, but one thing that Ryan kept talking about was your size. Like, wait till you see this kid. He's like 6'4"?
6'4", yes, sir.
6'4", like almost an 80-inch reach. Like, wait till you see how good he is. But his size and his length is just going to be fucking too much for everybody. And then they announce your debut fight, and the dude's got like a 1-inch reach advantage on you, and he's eye to eye, same height. We're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
it was pretty crazy, dude.
It's funny because they before when I got offered that fight, they said that he was the boogeyman of that weight class. So I'm like, oh shit, the boogeyman versus the boogeyman killer. So I'm like, oh, this sounds good. This kid versus. I'm like, all right. So everybody hyping this man up, and like, what y'all so scared for? Like, cause I guess everybody's mindset is different. I go in there like, fuck it, like, who are you? So I went there, and you guys see what I did.
Yeah,
most humblest way.
And so your follow-up now, like, I don't know, how long ago was that fight?
It was February 24th. Yeah,
February. Okay. So they're getting you right back in there kind of quick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just against anybody. It's a guy who's 3-0, who's fighting in his home state.
Yep.
Were you surprised at all that they were going to throw you right in there with a guy? I think is he ranked top 5 right now, or he's right outside the top 5?
I think he's right outside.
Either way, Billy Wagner is damn near a top 5er in that division, undefeated 3-0. You only having one fight under your belt. This could be really huge for you to be, a guy that goes in there and stops an undefeated fighter like that.
Mm-hmm. When I went there sooner. I was supposed to fight on what's the card with all the UFC?
Denver, right?
Yeah.
You were supposed to, yes, you were. I said that last week, and we couldn't remember if I was just dreaming that or we actually heard that. I thought you were supposed to be on that card.
Card was insane.
What happened was, I guess everybody said no to me. Like everybody offering to fight, doing a fight Bryce Henry. Everybody said no. So I'm like, bro. But it got to the week of the fight. I said, bro, I'm not gonna fight. And that's when they hit me with this. I'm like, shit, let's run it. I don't really care who I fight. Just put me in there. I'm gonna show you guys like real talent. So
now, when you look at like the division and being brand new to the sport, but being as successful as you have been, with your hands and boxing and now bare knuckle, how do you see yourself in there with a guy like Go? I mean, would you ever fight Go first of all?
I told him, man, I'll fight none of my teammates. Like this is,
but like say Jake Lindsay, Trinidad Snake. You just saw Trinidad fight Brito and look really good in that fight. Mm-hmm. Elvin Brito himself, Caleb Harris has got a fight coming up. These are all killers in that top 5 right there, who have a ton of experience in the sport. Do you want to be right in that conversation right away, or like you want this Billy Wagner fight and then, play it, slow burn it? I don't know how else to say it instead of jumping right in there.
He's into it, not just
ease into it.
I feel like everybody's or the ones they claim are killers. I feel like they're killers unless they get inside with somebody who actually a killer. Like I feel like everybody gonna talk, oh, he's just a kid, until I actually get in there and we're gonna see. Like I know what I could do, but like I said, I'll probably if I could, I'll just go in there straight first, like head for just go straight for the top 5 or top 10. But I can't. I understand it's a process, so I'm going to wake my way to the top.
Do you think you're gonna like BKFC more than boxing? I know you've only had the one fight, but that one fight, was that enough for you to be like, man, there's something about this, the rawness of the sport, that you like a little bit better than boxing, or not sure yet?
I'm not sure yet, but what's good about boxing? I mean, what's good about bare knuckle compared to boxing? I feel like bare knuckle, it shoots you to the top faster than boxing. Because boxing, I mean, both are the process, but boxing is way slower. You got to do it for. I know some guys who've been doing it for years and still hasn't got the light yet. Bare knuckle, I had one fight, and you guys knew me before I even stepped into the ring because like I said, Ryan. Shout out to Ryan. But yeah, like this platform is way. I say it's better because you get known more. You get known better. So.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of bare knuckle going on, which is the best thing, is because you're here while it's growing, and that's what we love about it. It really does shoot people to the moon pretty quick. You have like 3 good fights and you're right in title contention in just about every division at this point, because really there's not many people who have a ton of fights. There are some people that have, the Reggie Barnett, Lorenzo Hunt, Britton Hart, Christine Free. They have a lot of fights. But after that, man, people are like 3-4 fights. That's where a lot of people sit, about the 3-4 and lower.
You know what though? You say that, but if you look at all the divisions, it's his division that has probably the most experience in that
Caleb
top
Harris,
5.
Like you
Caleb
said,
Harris has like 10 fights. Brito has like probably 8 or 9 fights. You know what I mean? Like these, and fucking Gogo has like 5 or 6 in the last year. I don't know. So there is a lot of fights in his division.
Gogo did 5 fights in like 7 months or some shit.
Gogo is a fucking animal, man. I don't know how
training in that gym though, you must have gotten a lot of a different variety of different sparring. You know what I mean? Because you got Gogo, but then you got like a bulldog or pit bull like Jeremy Smith in there. Maybe you shared some rounds with him. You got Jomi. You got a big, long, lanky Jomi Escoboza in there. You got HD.
Where is Jomi? I haven't seen Jomi forever, man.
No, Jomi trains every day, man. Don't worry. Hey, be on the lookout. Jomi been training, man. Hard too. Jomi looked good. Wait,
they gotta get him Jomi back. Where's he?
They got to get him on that Tampa card or something. Maybe, or maybe he gets on this Hollywood card. Maybe they're not done announcing fights. Like I would like to see Jomi back.
I think Jomi fights soon, but not in the Hard Rock one.
Yeah, man, you're a hot topic with a lot of people, like a lot of different. I mean, you go in the comments right now and just see like everyone's this guy will have a belt one day. Everybody better watch out for this guy. I'm interested in seeing his growth. I mean, you're definitely got the eye and the interest of the audience in the BKFC for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot to do with Ryan. Like he said, he'd be walking around, he'd tell everybody who would listen. But it's not just that, but it's your training partners too. So I can see people that he's probably talked to who are waiting for so long for you to fight. And now they saw you fight again. We want to see you fight a 3rd time. Well, 2nd time at BKFC. But, we started following your actual career before your first BK fight. So, but man.
So let's ask you about Billy Wagner real quick, because a lot of people love Billy too. Like he's an exciting fighter as well. When you take a look at the tapes on him, obviously you do your homework and you and your team study. And do you see, I mean, I know you're ultra confident going in because you always are. You're 22 years old, and why wouldn't you be anything but ultra confident? Do you see any possible way that that you lose this fight to Billy? I'm not asking you how you would lose, but like what would Billy Wagner have to do to beat Bryce Henry in Great Falls, Montana, in front of his hometown?
I wouldn't say what can he do, but I would tell him what he can actually do, but not to beat me. I would say just be sharp. Don't stand there like a sitting duck. What else? Yeah, just don't stand there. Like, I watched him a little bit, but like my father and my coach, my brother, they watched him way more than I have. I watched him like, okay, I know what I can do to go in there and get him out of there or just beat him. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys what he could do to beat me because people talk, see this, and like, yeah, they trying to get me. But I would just say, bring your toes, because like I'm young, but I got a lot of experience. Like I've been around the world. I fought different type of guys, pros, amateurs, Olympic gold medalists. Like I've been around, so I just hope he's aware of everything. That's what I can say.
Were you impressed by what you saw out of him? Be honest. Be honest.
I think that response might tell us a little more than
I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably watched like 30 seconds to a fight, and then I turned it off. I got mad.
Only BK fights, not his boxing.
I watched both.
Okay.
Both. Me and my brother, we watched it, and we said, "Nah, turn it off. Like we're good. Like not like in the most humblest way. Like we just seen it. Like okay, we already know what to do. Like we already know what he's good at or what he's bad at. I'm gonna go in there and expose everything."
Are you like that with all your opponents? You kind of just watch a little bit. You don't like to watch the fights? Because I did see Ryan Perez in the comments earlier, and he was like, "Yeah, he doesn't watch BKFC."
I don't really watch. I watch for like a good 10, 15, 30 seconds, and then I turn it off. But yeah, I wasn't impressed. So
you're not interested in watching the sport when you're not fighting?
I give it a try, but I'm not gonna sit here like, yo, I study this shit. Not bare knuckle. I'll go and study boxing because it's way more technical. But bare knuckle, I can't just sit there. Like unless you're not my teammate, like Howard, Jarrett, any of them, I'll watch them.
Right. You're not the only one. There's a lot of fighters. There's a lot of fighters out there that when they're not fighting or they're not involved in it, they're not watching it.
Yeah, it surprises me a lot, actually.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I just can't sit there and watch it. Like it got to grab my attention, and then I'll sit there and like, okay, let's watch this. And then other than that, no.
Well, dude,
it's pretty cool, man. That is pretty cool. I always wondered like how and why, because I feel like anything that I'm into, I'm just so into it. Except I don't fight, right? I'm so into it. I know so much about the sport, but I don't fight. And you're fighting, and you're not watching it. That's a crazy thing to me.
I'd rather go watch anime than real fighting. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what anime is?
Yeah.
Like I'll go that and sit there and like, oh shit, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna watch. Like I'm gonna sit there and study this shit rather than real fighting. I don't know why.
I'm currently watching Attack on Titan.
Oh man, you got what season?
I'm on the second season, and it's because I probably would be much farther, but they only had one season on Netflix, and I got to the end, and I was like, all right, let's keep going, and I was like, oh shit, now I got to watch it on Hulu, and Hulu's got commercials, and it becomes a pain in the ass, so takes a little longer to get through. But yeah.
DM me. I'm gonna give you like a little website to watch everything. No ads, no nothing. Right?
All right, I will do that for sure.
I got you, man.
This guy.
Thank you.
Dude, hey, we're excited to see you fight for sure. Looking at the second go round for you in this sport. You are 22 years old. You are living the dream. We are going to play a game called Live the Dream right now with you. And all you got to do is answer these real quick questions. First, dream car. Go.
Oh shit. I say a Lamborghini. No, a lamb truck. There we go. The year.
Nice.
Those
are nice.
2.
Dream vacation.
I don't know why I always picture Hawaii. I don't know why. Hawaii.
Soon enough, you're going to be able to get all these things. This is the reason why we're asking you. You're very young and you're very talented. So pretty soon you're going to be able to do all these things. But, dream job.
I'm already doing it. Beating up people for money.
World champion, undisputed. Here we go. And last but not least,
dream fight.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Boxing or
either way.
Whatever one. And whoever. You could pick a boxer in bare knuckle. You could do whatever you want.
Damn. I'll say boxing. Damn. Benavidez. Yeah, Benavidez. Benavidez. I can't say Canelo. 'Cause I don't know if he's still going to be around.
Yeah.
Right.
But say they were in their prime then, in your age, like Canelo.
Floyd.
Yeah,
Floyd.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather. For sure, Floyd.
Tell Floyd Mayweather that you'll beat his ass right now.
Yeah. Look right into the camera. Tell him that you'll fight him for a Lambo right now.
That's right. You'll fight him right now for a Lambo.
I say I'll fight him for a Lambo. Got $3 million. Goddamn a jet. Anything, man. Oh, goddamn one of his houses. Anything, man. Floyd, I'll beat your ass.
Hell yeah. You hear that, Floyd?
I'm just joking.
No, he ain't joking. He's dead serious. He will whoop Floyd Mayweather's ass for a jet and a fucking Lambo. Let's go. Bryce, good to talk to you again. Can't wait to see you June 9th, Great Falls, Montana, BKFC 44 against Billy Wagner. You guys need to be paying attention to that one. If you're not on the app, get it. I don't know what you're doing if you're not on the app yet, but get the damn app. Pay attention to the fight because he's making another run.
Yes, sir.
Any last words for anybody that's paying attention? You want to give us a prediction for the fight?
I'll say he's tough, so what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to cut him up real bad so the doctor can stop it. That or he's going down in the second round by, I'm not gonna say what punch, but second round. I say midway second round. Yeah, midway second round. But I'm gonna say which punch though. I'm surprised everybody.
I'm ready for it. We're all ready for the fight. It's gonna be a good one.
And before I go, can I shout out?
Yeah.
First, thank God. Shout out to you guys for having me again. Shout out to Ryan Perez, my coach. Shout out to my brother, my father, my team, my family, and shout out to all my sponsors. And for anybody who want to sponsor me, hit me up on my IG, DM me at the official Bryce Henry _ Thank you.
Baba Yaga.
There we go.
Baba Yaga.
There we
Baba
go.
Yaga, motherfuckers. Say it right or don't say it at all. All right, Bryce, thank you very much for coming on the show. We will be tuned in and we'll we'll talk to you real soon, all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Later.
Mike, got anything else?
Nah, man, take it easy.
You too, guys.
Later.
There he is. Bryce Henry.
Yeah.
Want to know, going to move to 2-0, looking to move to 2-0 when he takes on Billy Wagner in Great Falls, Montana. What's up,
when you said get it right, I thought of, do you remember Salute Your Shorts?
No.
You didn't watch that show?
Never saw that show in my life.
Because you didn't have the Nickelodeon.
I didn't have Nickelodeon.
Here's the thing, right? He said in the beginning, they're singing the song, and the dude said, the song with the little fuck up kid messes the song up, and the guy's like, get it right or pay the price. If you watch the show, then you know what I'm talking about, but you didn't. However, make sure you tune in to see Wagner versus Henry, BKFC 44 on June 9th. If you're not, then you're Stu Nod.
Yeah, there it is. And yeah, we'll be giving away a signed photo of him tonight, by the way.
That is correct. A signed photo's going out. Tickets are going out. Tickets to the fights. We are giving them away. Stay tuned. If you live in the Great Falls area, or if you're going to make a trip there, we are giving away 3 tickets courtesy of Extreme BK Fans page. So stay tuned to win those tickets.
And if you guys are around that area, share the shit out of this and get your people to tune in and give them a shot, because giving them to somebody in the Great Falls area would probably be easier. That would probably be best. Right, Mike?
It would be. We don't want somebody to get the tickets and then not go. That would be stupid. That would be the worst thing ever. So please don't do that. Don't answer the question later on if you're not going to the damn show. You hear me, Ben? Don't do it.
Yep, don't do it. You fucking
don't answer it.
All right. Our second guest of the evening has been waiting patiently. He listened to the whole conversation with us and Bryce, and he is getting in there for the 5th time, 2-2. But this guy's been fighting anybody that they throw at him. His only 2 losses, you know who they're against? Yuli Diaz and fucking Quentin Henry. Right. This guy's a beast. Absolute beast. I had a meal with him.
Late notice Yuli Diaz.
The event that they fucked up your The event that your travel got fucked up, Mike, and I went down there a day ahead of you. I had dinner with this guy. Good man.
All right.
Yeah, the big man himself getting back in there, and Great Falls taking on Gabriel Mota, and here we are. Sawyer Depee.
How's it going, guys?
What's up, brother?
Been a long time.
What's up, man? I know. But you know what's so weird is I feel like I was just driving, sitting next to you in the van, going to the fights. Remember that? I feel like we were just
It wasn't that long ago.
It's so
Was that
weird,
when I had my
man.
busted up nose?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
That
know-
was like, yeah, because I flew down to Florida, 3 days after my surgery or something like that?
Yeah.
could
Yeah. You
remember.
were like fresh. It was fresh.
Yep.
You know, it's you haven't been in there since June, but before June was like the fourth time you were in there in like 6 months, right? Am I wrong
Yeah.
about that?
7 months or something, yeah. It was pretty
7.
fast there.
Yeah, man. It was like this dude. He's like, you were on that Gogo Slaveski fucking kick right there. You and Gogo and the same juice. Dude, it's good to have you back. You're fighting a guy, Gabriel Mota, that we haven't seen in a while either. He impressed in his debut last year. Made quick work of his opponent, so you didn't get to see too much of him inside the Bareknuckle squared circle. But what do you think? What are your thoughts on your opponent, Gabriel Mota, and how excited are you to finally be back in there since June?
I'm just excited to be back. I mean, they offered a name. Whoever it was, I was going to take it anyways, just to get back there. I'm ready to be back to that fight every 2 months type deal.
I fucking love that. You're an absolute savage. I'm like going back to talking about the 2 L's that you have on your record are like nothing to sneeze at. You took Yuli Diaz on short notice, and you you brought a fight to Yuli Diaz. I think you shocked everybody in Hollywood that night when we're like, oh shit, this dude's.
Yeah. You knocked him down in the.
Yeah,
was
you
it the
dropped
first
him in the
round?
first round.
Yeah.
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 And that was my
like,
second pro fight. I was still pretty fresh at that point.
and that's a big name dude in that area too to fight. Like everybody knows who he is. You know what I mean? Half of the crowd is there for him in Miami.
Yeah.
If you didn't notice, when you went out there.
When I got done and I was walking around in the crowd, everybody was coming up to me and talking to me, and they were like, "I can't believe you fought him." I'm like, sure. I don't know what the big deal is. It's just another fist fight.
Yeah.
But you were fighting him, dude. You were fighting him coming off a world title fight. He just fought. His last fight was against Thiago Alves, right?
And it was a war.
And then his next fight after you was another title fight. You realize that?
With
like
Ricci, right?
With Francisco Ricci. Yeah. So like you fought him in between. This is a guy that fought for 2 world titles, before and after you. So, to take that fight on short notice and to give him the business like that, you won over everybody. I think everybody became a Sawyer Depee fan that night.
I'm just ready to be back, put on another show like that. The Quentin one was a little bit rough, shattered the face a little bit, but I'm ready to get back to the Yuli style fight.
Now, after the Quentin fight, was the recovery a long time? Where you were probably still able to, you weren't able to spar or anything like that, but were you able to at least like train,
I was out for
hit mitts?
Yeah, so I was out for like a month or 2. I can't remember exactly, before I got released back to sparring. But I got back to sparring pretty quick. I wasn't getting punched in the face a whole lot. I was making sure my partners were taking it a little bit easy on that.
Yeah.
But but then as soon as I got back to sparring, I cut my thumb apart. So that's what really set me back.
Doing what?
I had a windshield fold over on top of it at work.
What? A windshield?
Yeah. So I had it
over.
So I can. Yeah, it broke in half, and the glass right in the crease of my thumb cut the flexor out.
Oh God!
Man, you can't do much after that with your hand. Like that's fucking. Thumb is like the worst.
I was on like one-armed work to go back to work. I was on like whatever it is. One-armed work is what I was cleared for like 6 months.
Jeez.
What the hell? So, fuck, man. Like I personally have had surgery on like one of my arms where it took me like a whole year to get back to full strength. I guess this is a dumb question to ask you, but are you 100% in that hand right now?
I mean, I got most of my movement back. I can make a fist, and that's all that matters.
Oh God, you're an animal.
That is what matters. You got to make that fist. If you're bare knuckle fighting, it's very important to have a fist.
That's the first thing I asked the doctor, because I did it right before hunting season. I was like, am I going to be able to pull my bow back, and can I fight soon? And so I got into surgery that same week and got into physical therapy and all that garbage or whatever it is, just to see if I can get back a little bit faster.
I can't imagine. That's like probably the first. Is that the first thing that like went through your mind? Like after you go, oh fuck, that hurt, and then you just go, shit, my hand. Like, oh my god,
my money makers. Yeah,
that's all that went through my head. Every doctor I went to, because I saw like 3 doctors before I had surgery. I was like, how long until I can get back in the ring? And everybody was, you're looking at like 6 to 9 months minimum. Jesus. So it's been a while getting this thing ready.
Well, it has been a while, and now you're back, man. You're back. Are you still in contact with our buddy Kevin Smith?
I am. Yeah. Actually, he just messaged me while I was waiting for you guys.
Love that.
We're bullshitting today. Yeah.
You know what he called me and Mike? He said we are the magnets for crazy shit or something. What did he call us? If you want to be around some fucked up crazy shit, just hang around Mike and Mish. He told us that last time.
Yeah. Did he tell you?
Remind me not to go to dinner with you.
Yeah, we weren't together, so you didn't get the effect. It's only when we're together,
Mike wasn't there,
and then we get that.
Oh, so that's when I need to avoid this whole situation.
Yeah.
Yep. You're lucky you're only in van with us for like 5 minutes and nothing crazy happened.
Yeah, our last few trips, man, something crazy has fucking happened every trip. I mean, we've talked about it numerous times on the show, but the last one, the one that Kevin came up to us the next day and was like, "You guys are just fucking magnets for this crazy shit, right?" We were down in the lobby, and at 1:30, 1:45 in the morning, a bare ass naked man wearing nothing but a watch comes walking into the hotel lobby asking for a hotel room key. And it just happened to be videos. We just happened to be standing right there, and Mike took his phone out and took video of the dude, and the cop came. It was just funny as hell, dude. Yeah.
Where was that at?
That was in Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say it should have been Florida. All them Florida man memes. Or
it wasn't a Florida. I mean, it could have been a Florida man staying up in South Carolina, though. Maybe we don't know who this guy was. He didn't have any ID on him.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, unless it was stuffed up his ass, maybe.
When he says naked, that dude had literally zero clothing on and just a watch.
He said he got robbed.
He turned and walked the other way.
Yeah, it was. You know what? It is funny as hell that like you say that, but like other guys that are in the same profession as you, Joe Elmore, goes straight over to the dude and asks him, "Dude, what the fuck, man?" And the guy's like, "Fuck you." And Joe. Yeah, it
Joe's a little more wild than I am, I think, at least for his demeanor.
Yeah, Joe Ivy in the comments says, "I'm guessing it wasn't a Rolex." Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
if he got robbed.
Yeah, right. If he got robbed of all his clothes and kept his watch, I'm guessing it wasn't a nice watch. I don't know.
Something doesn't add up about that.
No.
Oh man, it was fucking great.
So you're a hunter, right? You're a hunter.
Yeah.
And your thumb is screwed up. How much is that affecting your hunting?
Actually, I still shot my cat this year. I got a buck. It didn't really affect anything other than pulling my bow back for the first couple months. So our cat season is in December. I wasn't supposed to be pulling my bow back. I wasn't cleared for that, but I still got it done early and got my cat this year with that. And I mean, it worked out.
I think I saw on your Instagram possibly that you're teaching your daughter how to bow hunt.
Yeah, I am. I
awesome.
bought her a bow last year, and so there's like 3D shoots. Go around and do those and have fun doing that.
Yeah. See, now when you fuck up your thumb, she can do the bow hunting and you can use a rifle.
She can just carry the name.
That's
Perfect.
Cool, man. What's the biggest animal you've ever hunted?
Probably elk. I mean, that's
Elk?
just about the biggest we have. I've never drew a moose tag, so.
You live out in Montana? Do you live in Montana?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I live
how
like
far?
4 hours away from Great Falls. 3 hours away. Something. I can't remember.
Are you going to have a lot of people, a lot of friends and family there?
It sounds like it. I mean, I've had a lot of people hit me up saying they're going. If that happens, who knows? I mean, it's quite a ways to drive. I mean, like the first BKFC in Montana was in Billings. That's 5 hours away. There was 40, 50 people that showed up. So Great Falls, there should be some more.
That's awesome, dude. I can't wait to see your return. I mean, Gabriel Mota, we did see him that one time, and it was an impressive a performance from him that night. We talked to him
37 seconds.
Yeah, he did work that night. He's a heavy hitter for sure.
Yeah.
I like this because the 205 division is starting to get some life in it. And for the longest time, the 205 division was kind of like
stagnant.
It was kind of like two guys. It was kind of like Lorenzo and Quentin
Henry
and Hector, but Hector was like out there in the wind, and nobody knew if he was ever going to come back or not.
Yeah.
And after him, everybody always brings up Gustavo Trujillo, but let's be honest, everybody needs to understand that Gustavo Trujillo hasn't fought in that division in years.
Since 2020,
yeah, like 3 years or something.
3 years. Yeah, he has not been a part of that division for over 3 years now. So it really was just like those two and then whoever. But now you got Houston Alexander, Steve Townsend, you got Chris Camozzi, you got Ryan Braun, Sorrow's there. I mean,
Sorrow's been around for a bit, yeah.
But I'm saying, like, and that dude Ryan Braun out there in Nebraska,
yeah, he's like a freaking fridge.
Is a tank.
Jeremy Smith, did we say?
Dylan Weinmiller. I mean, there's really starting to get some Jeremy Smith. It's starting to become an exciting division now. And like Mike was just saying to Bryce Henry, it doesn't take too many wins in a row to get yourself into like serious talk about contention in any division, in any of the BKFC divisions, because of the lack of fights on people's records. This will be your fifth fight. You go in there and you take a victory, you move to 3-2, and the two losses are against the guys that we already talked about earlier. You have one hell of a resume on your hands, and you know, you sit back and see how this division plays out for the next couple months, and you could be a very busy guy. You know what I mean? It's getting pretty exciting, dude.
I want to plan for a little bit bigger than, like, obviously the two fights were pretty big, but I want to plan to work up to those fights and not just jump into them like I did. I mean, I still will, but I want to plan a little bit better, more than 8 days notice, like Yuli, and have a little bit more experience for guys like Quentin.
Yeah. Another name that Big Ben just threw in there, Jonathan Miller. He looked good in his last fight too. So like I said, man, that 205 division is quickly becoming a very exciting one. I'm excited to see how this fight goes between the two of you and where you go from here. We're only in June, so it's a possibility that you get a couple more fights before the end of the year. So best of luck. Yeah, man. We're gonna play a game with you, dude.
All righty.
We talked about this. We talked about you being a hunter, so we're obviously gonna do some hunting questions with you. All right.
All right.
But it's probably not the kind of hunting that you're thinking of. We're hunting for answers here, Sawyer. Sawyer Depee, answer these questions for us to your best of your ability. Here we go. Who killed Tupac and who killed Biggie Smalls? We're hunting for answers. Sawyer Depee. Go ahead.
What do you think?
I don't know anything about him, really.
Maybe it was you. Maybe it was you.
Illuminati.
With the bow.
It was the the Illuminati. That's a great question.
That's a good answer.
Great answer.
That's a good answer.
They were questioning too many things. They're getting too much.
That is fucking awesome. There we go. Number 2.
Or they're part of it. and they disappeared. Number 2, are there aliens among us here on planet Earth? And you're in Montana, so you should know about some aliens out there, right?
No.
You don't think
You
so?
ever hunt an alien?
Huh?
Have you ever
If they
hunted
were
an
here,
alien?
yeah, I would hunt one, but I don't
Yeah.
think so. It's like going on a snipe hunt when I was little. Come on now.
Number 3, is Bigfoot real? And if so, why hasn't somebody successfully hunted him?
No. I mean, there's millions of acres that still haven't been searched, but I still can't say he's real without any like actual proof. Nobody's actually done anything about it.
Dude,
Like,
a few
bears.
years ago on like TLC or one of those channels on Discovery, maybe Nat Geo, I got so sucked into hunting Bigfoot, and they had that reality show where they got all these fucking duos of like world-renowned hunters together, and they kept bringing them to different places throughout the country that were like known for Bigfoot sightings. I watched that whole shit. They never found Bigfoot, believe it or not, guys.
They know what they sound like, and they'll bang on trees, and they'll break trees in half. But they know everything about a Bigfoot. They've just never seen
I was watching that shit, and then like I was thinking to myself, I am so fucking stupid for watching this goddamn show. Like this is such a fucking scam, but my dumb ass is watching.
Well, here's the thing, right? And I just saw something. It's funny we're talking about Bigfoot because about a week ago, I drive in a rideshare van to work, right? So me and the guys that are in the van, and we're watching videos. We share them along. And there was a video that came up, and it was of a gorilla, some sort of a gorilla that was walking on 2 legs, exactly the same as you always see in the Bigfoot, like, and it was stopped and turned around and looked and then kept walking and then got back down on its knuckles, started walking. And I was like, that is exactly what somebody saw. I bet somebody saw a fucking gorilla.
Or a chimp or something. Because there's like some species of chimp that one was raised in captivity here that it stood up, did sign language, all sorts of stuff, and lived for 25 years or whatever it was.
And
so it could have been something like that.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. It's been too long. We have too much technology. There's no way.
All right, this last question may not ever be able to get answered, but Mike's going to ask it to you right now because it's a mystery. It's the mystery of all mysteries.
This is the biggest one.
Number 4.
Why, after 16 years on TV, are people still so fascinated by the Kardashians? Can you tell us?
No fucking clue. I don't. they do porn or something, don't they?
Only one time, I think. That was a long time ago. They're not fulfilling.
Everybody still knows who Skybree is and all the other porn stars. They're gonna remember the porn people and the guy getting his shit chopped off.
Yeah. John Bobbitt.
Or what the hell is wasn't the Kardashians the lawyer for?
Yeah, Robert Kardashian.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah,
he was OJ's lawyer.
Yep.
He was one of OJ's lawyers.
Yeah.
Sorry, I guess chopping up the husband or the wife or whatever.
There's a funny joke about Robert Kardashian, and I'm not going to tell it right now. But there is a funny joke. If I remember who the comedian that said this about Robert Kardashian freeing OJ and then his daughters, it's a good joke. It's a good one. You guys gotta. I'll remember what it is.
There's some questions. There's some. Howie says it's Kim's ass.
Kim's ass. Well,
the big flabby thing that looks like a garbage sack.
Wesley Killeagle says that the Kardashians are big.
Oh, that's what it is. That's why we're all obsessed with it.
Extreme BK fans page says it's sad. Big Ben can't even go camping without people thinking they seen Bigfoot.
Nice. Yep. So Big Ben is Bigfoot.
Oh man. So
nice.
yeah, we got a few answers. That's fucking hilarious. Sawyer, I know those weren't the kind of hunting questions that you thought we were going to ask, but anyways.
Come on now.
Hey, somebody earlier asked what kind of bow do you shoot?
Hoyt RX-7.
There you
go. Falcon, I think, asked that.
Yeah, Falcon 09.
Falcon 09, big fan of the show, Cali guy. I guess he's a hunter, or he's got a bow or a bow staff. What do you think's better, bow or bow staff?
Falcon 09 is more of a gatherer than a hunter, I think.
A gatherer.
Anyway, Sawyer, we're excited to see you back in there. Like I said, you guys are breathing more life into that cruiserweight division. Gabriel Mota is definitely a tough opponent for you to return to. We're looking forward to both of you guys throwing down on June 9th. BKFC 44. Do you have anything you want to say to anybody that's paying attention, any sponsors, anyone, before we let you go?
Just come out, watch June 9th. Thank you, Kevin, for everything. Everybody for watching. You guys for having me on. And I guess we're good to go. I don't know.
All right, brother. Mike, you got anything for him?
You know what I got? Listen, like I said earlier, you stew nods. You need to watch BKFC 44 on June 9th. Depee versus Mota. How you say it, Kyle? Mota? Mota. See?
Gabriel Mota.
Don't miss it. It's going to be a good one.
There it is.
Thanks,
Don't
Sawyer.
miss it. Thanks, Sawyer. We'll talk to you soon, bud.
We'll see you later.
All right, take it easy.
Peace.
Later. There he is, the man himself, Sawyer Depee, and he's taking on the guy who's sitting in the waiting room right now.
The virtual green room. He's there, and looks like he's wearing maybe a Chicago Bulls.
Bulls,
is that Atlanta? What is
maybe
that?
Miami Heat, maybe.
Miami Heat.
We'll see. We'll see in a second.
Thugs.
Oh, he's
the
just
thugs. No, I know the thugs, right?
Yeah. Well, Mike, you're a Cranston thug.
Yeah, that's right. See, that's why I throw up when I'm out.
There he is.
Not Chris,
Well, hey,
Cranston.
We saw this guy make his debut at the Caribe Royale, I think it was, right? The Caribe Royale.
And you know what? It's been too long because I remember when you interviewed him and he was super cool. And we're like, we got to get you on the goddamn show, man. And then it's been this long.
Yep. So here he is. He made his debut last year. I want to say last June. I could be off on that, but it's right around then, maybe last May.
It was May. Yeah.
Last May. Alan Belcher. I mean,
May 6th.
It was Dylan Kleckler versus Arnold Adams. Caribe Royale. Our first trip to the Caribe Royale was a really nice place, and this guy took and made short work of his opponent in
37
Travis Lurchin, and here he is, man. It's been a long time, and he's getting his second shot in the BKFC against a very formidable opponent that we just talked to, Sawyer Depee, Gabriel Mota. Here we go. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
What is up? You got your thugs jersey on. We would have never guessed that because if anyone doesn't know about basketball, the thugs aren't actually an NBA team. See?
No, actually, it's he's a BKFC fighter. Actually, Alex Castro.
Oh,
he has his own clothing company.
No way.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck, man? Does he want to sponsor a podcast? Dude, look at all you. I mean, when we talk, like we just talked to Sawyer in a car, and that happens a lot. We do talk to a lot of fighters in a car, but when we talk to fighters in their homes and shit, man, I always like to see these backgrounds. You got a nice background too. You got LFA gloves. You got a title belt up there. I mean,
where's the belt from?
These are all. I have a couple. I have a bunch more actually. I got these here.
Oh, nice.
That and it's from my amateur days from MMA, and then that's the LFA glove, and then the hand wraps from last year, May 6th at the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, May 6th. May 6th. It's been over a year. So you've been in. I mean, have you been active? Have you had
MMA?
You've had some MMA fights since then?
And boxing, right?
Yeah. I've tried to stay pretty active. I was actually supposed to fight last year in October in Denver. On that bare knuckle card, and then I got
first one with Richmond,
Mike Richmond and Doolittle. Yeah.
Yes. I was supposed to be on that card, and then I had to go to hospital. I had some serious stomach issues, kind of sidelined me for a couple months, and which was kind of a good thing because now it kind of like after that. It was October 15th, I believe. I was supposed to fight in Denver, and I had some minor injuries, but it was a stomach injury or the infection that I had that kind of kept me sidelined for a couple months. So I really couldn't do anything pretty much the rest of the year last year, and then this year I was supposed to be on that Mike Perry and Luke Rockhold card.
Damn,
which was also in Denver.
So. Yeah, so you got bad luck with Denver cards, apparently.
Man, that was such a crazy card, too.
Yeah, you know what? Both of those Denver cards would have been awesome for you to be on because they were both fucking amazing events. Yeah. The first Denver one really blew our minds just because, like, you know, that card was awesome to begin with, and they brought out a lot of big names for that one, and the Doolittle Richmond card fight was just ridiculous. That fight was crazy. But then they come out there for a second trip, and that BKFC 41, that just like brought it to a whole new level, man. Too bad you couldn't have been on either one of those.
Yeah, I was excited, man, because it was against a guy from there. He was a hometown guy, so I was like, man, this is for sure gonna go through. And then about 2 weeks before, Nate had texted me and was like, yeah, man, the guy can't fight. So
it sucks, man. Who do you remember who your opponent was supposed to be the first time in Denver?
He actually fought for them in Denver at the last card. Vandermeer.
Keegan Vandermeer. He fought on the first fight, and he hit that dude in the head, and the sound of it sounded like a damn branch cracking off of a tree in like a hurricane. It was so loud.
Yeah, Keegan Vandermeer. Yeah,
that was his hand breaking. We thought it was his hand hitting the skull, but really the bone in his hand broke, and that's what you heard, that snap.
Keegan broke his hand on the side of the dude's head, but also split the dude's head. Like that was one of the loudest punches I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know, man. I think mine was a little louder though.
It may have been. You want to know what? For your fight, we were in the damn back, so I didn't get to like feel that.
I remember you guys said you were interviewing somebody. You saw me walk in. And then before the interview was over, halfway through, you see me
walking back.
Yeah. And we were like, hey, tell us what happened in the fight, because we missed the whole thing. It was only like 30 seconds long.
Yeah, it was honestly, it was like a last minute fight that won at BKFC last year. I got a 2-3 weeks notice. It
happens a lot. It really does happen a lot. And I think it happens a lot because of how fast the sport's been growing and how fast the company has been growing. And since BKFC is growing at such a fast rate, they need to be putting out more cards. And that short notice fight it seems like there's 2 or 3 of them on every single card.
Yeah.
And it has to be that reason. It has to be that reason.
Yeah. I got on, I think, because I was pushing it because Arnold Adams was on the card. Mm-hmm. And I was sparring with him his last couple of camps. So I was like, man, try to get me in, nothing. And I kept messaging Nate. I was like, man, please let me get on the card. And yeah, man, I want to say it was definitely less than a month, but like maybe 3 weeks out where he had told me for sure. Cause I was still training. I had just fought LFA prior to that. And I knocked the guy out there. So I didn't even get hurt. So I was staying active. And I was trying to get back in with LFA, but, I didn't hear nothing back from them, and I was like, man, let me just keep pushing this BKFC stuff and see. And then they announced at the end of March, I believe, AJ's fight. I was like, oh man, I got to try to get on this one, man. So I kept pushing. It was like maybe, I want to say end of April.
That's awesome. Do you still train with AJ?
No, he had the injury, and he kind of like been recovering and doing his thing, but. We'll definitely get back to it. I like sparring him. He's the only guy that doesn't complain about me hitting him hard. So
he's I love that guy. He's like one of the coolest dudes, and he's also like really putting on some size. I don't know if he's like getting ready to fight the big boys like Ben Rothwell and those guys or something. But when we ran into AJ out in Denver,
yep, he was in Denver.
He was looking pretty swole, and I was like, look at you. I said, what are you getting ready for? He goes, he's like, I'm about 285 right now. I'm like, fuck, dude.
That's social media. He's been hitting the weights hard.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. So you got that BKFC fight. You said, you were training with AJ. He was making a living out of BKFC. You went ahead and got yourself on it. Even though it was a 37-second fight, what did you think about the experience? You had done plenty of other stuff. How was Bareknuckle as opposed to everything else that you were up to?
I mean, it's nothing different, man. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I was these guys that fought their whole life on the streets, but I've been in a couple of street fights, and I just think it's just the environment that I've always grown up in. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's not. I think I went in there with a mindset of it just being as a fight. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I've seen way worse things happen in life than could possibly happen in a fight. You know, what's the worst thing that can happen? I go in there, get knocked out. That's the worst thing that can happen. So I go in there with a mindset that, you know what, I lived through a lot worse. This is just a fight. He bleeds like I bleed. He's nothing special. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, that was my mindset. That's how I do for boxing and MMA. You know, it's just a fight's a fight. You know, this is how I make a living for myself, provide for my family and stuff. So, you know,
do you think it's a little less taxing on your body? You know, because I know when we talk to people for MMA, they're like so relieved that they didn't have to do jujitsu or wrestling and everything. So they're like, you know, it was so nice just to kind of just stand up, use my hands, not have to worry about the takedowns and stuff like that, because it's very taxing.
Yeah, I mean, I still train MMA.
Yeah,
really good gym out here in Indiana, Team Cologne's, Premier MMA. That's where Tom Shove came out of. Tom Shove, Arnold Adams trained out of.
yeah.
So we, you know, the coach there, we did a lot of boxing stuff, and I was still training like in the gi, you know, just to work on my grip, my forearms, just to work on my strength. Still doing MMA training, and then towards the end, I started just strictly focusing on just boxing. You know, sticking to the game plan my coach gave me, and my striking coach, Esteban. We've been kind of like fine tuning everything, you know what I mean? And just kind of like you say now, take away the MMA aspect of it, take away the wrestling, the grappling. Now is everything's just been boxing, strength and conditioning, a lot of running, simple stuff like that, you know?
I mean, and all these guys running around conditioning their hands, you are hands of stone. I mean, you were built for this shit, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but I never, you know, I was one of those guys. I never had I never gave myself a nickname. You know what I mean? But it wasn't until I actually got in with at my old boxing gym back in the day, Jack Callahan. He's the one that gave me the nickname, just off like a session of pad work and the bag work. You know?
Yeah, you're hurting his hands.
Yeah. And, you know, he worked with a lot of guys. He held pads for a lot of guys, a lot of heavy hitters, even some heavyweights. And he told me, you know, by far you were one of the hardest hitters or I was one of the hardest hitters. And I was just like, you know, he's probably just blowing smoke on my ass. And then it wasn't until I started knocking people out with one punch. And it's like, oh, okay, maybe there's something to it, you know?
So, yeah, well, you showed it in your first fight for sure. Like a bare hand shot from you is a problem for anybody. Now you're going in there. You got your second opponent.
Yeah.
It took a year for you to get another opponent. You had some time off for some injury and illness. You said the guy you're fighting is a fucking dog himself. We just talked to him, Sawyer Depee. He's 2-2 right now, but those 2 losses on his record, like we were saying, that's Quentin Henry and Yuli Diaz. That is nothing to fucking sneeze at, man. That's an impressive resume that he has, and he's a very tough dude. Have you been watching some tape on Sawyer? And what are your thoughts heading into June 9th?
No, I mean, we don't really watch a lot. I mean, like I said, what does Mike Tyson say? Everybody has a game plan until they get punched in the face, right? So it's kind of like, I'm not going to do my homework on just one thing. I mean, I've seen him fight, I've seen his style, but I know he's a tough dude. I never judge anybody by their losses because this is the fight game. You know, somebody's going to go in there, somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. You know, it's like that. You can't really judge a fighter based off wins and losses. You know, some of the greatest fighters have more losses than just 1 or 2, you know what I mean? But people remember them because of their fighting style and everything.
Right.
I never look at that. But he is a tough dude. I'm excited, man. I like fights like this. They told me that about the guy I fought. Who's that? Travis
Lurchin, yeah.
I didn't really know nothing about him. I just knew he had a lot of fights, like over 80 something fights.
Yeah,
and
tons of fights. And he fought for Bellator for a while as well.
Yeah, and like I said, he had a lot of experience. And the crazy thing about this, like, I shit you guys not, I didn't know what stance he was until we got into the ring. I swear, I was on my way when they pulled us up to walk out. I'm getting ready to go, and I remember I looked back at my guy, and I look at him like, "Wait, is he southpaw or orthodox?" And my coach, he's like, "I don't know." I was like, "Shit, we're about to find out together."
Yeah, as soon as the fight starts, you'll know.
Yeah.
Wow.
I kind of don't. I don't really train for my opponents, because then it defeats the purpose of my training. You know what I mean? I train for myself to be the best athlete I can be, and I was very fortunate because I've done the full-time fighting, you could say, since January of this year. I've been training twice a day. Like I said, I'm at a new gym now, Team Colognes, and going in there before that, it was just one of those where I didn't know where my direction of where fighting was going for me. You know what I mean? So I kind of just went in there. I took time off from fighting, like I said, after the injury or the illness. Took time off, and I was like, man, you know what? Let me just try to get in shape. So I just went in for jiu-jitsu. That was it. I showed up, went in for jiu-jitsu, ended up you know what, man? Let me try to get back into it. And then I've been training every day, twice a day, since then. And like I said, I stayed in camp because I was supposed to fight on the Denver card.
Yeah.
And my coach was like, don't stop fighting. You never know what's going to come up. And then boom, a week later, this opportunity came up.
It happens so often, just like, we were just talking about this just a few minutes ago. And it's just the roster is continually growing. The sport is continually growing. So they have some fighters that are set in, right? You just know, like the Lorenzo Hunt's going to be there, right? The Palomino's going to be there. They have these fighters that are moving up. You talked about Tom Shoaf. He's another one. He's going to be there. He's one of their fighters. He's going to be around. He's set in stone. Hands of stone. But the thing is there's a lot of fighters that are one and dones. Like they'll fight and you just never see them again. And they're trying the sport out. Maybe they don't like it. Maybe they're not made for it. Maybe the company doesn't want them again. I don't know. But that's happening so much. So I think, you're going to get a lot of these late notice fights for a long time. And then you're just going to have this solid roster where you'll have the new fighters, but you'll have a solid roster and you'll have a top 10 in each division. Right now, they got a top 5, and it's barely a top 5 because most of the people have the same amount of fights. So you can't even really do it.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like you said, but that's kind of why I stayed active in the gym. You know what I mean? Because everything you just said is pretty much spot on, man. They could call me next week, say, hey, we want to try to get this guy an opponent in his hometown. All right, boom, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? So like you said, kind of like be ready for whatever may come. So that's kind of like that I've had this year, and it's been paying off. And another thing is like I don't have to cut a lot of weight this time. The last one was brutal. I cut a lot of weight, man, just to make 205. Now,
really?
Oh my God. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I was like, it was just one of those where I wasn't in shape. That's why I told you guys I could easily make 85. Make 85 if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like I said, it was one of those where I had enough time to make the weight, but it was like I didn't do it as smart as I should have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I got there the night before, I still had to cut like 15, 20 pounds.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Jesus, man. You're a fucking animal.
Yeah. I mean, you got to do what you got to do,
Yes.
But that's why I looked out of shape, this and that. That was just like, But
now you're hovering more closer to 205 now.
Oh, 100%, 100%. If I had to, I would make weight tomorrow if I needed to.
No way. Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you, man, this fight, they do great matchmaking. Because the styles make fights, and I feel like
Nate Shook.
Yeah, Nate Shook has been doing a fucking great. This is his best year so far, 2023. This guy is just like hitting home run after home run with matchmaking, and I think that you and Sawyer are going to put on one hell of a show for the people of Great Falls, Montana.
I hope. Like I guess. It's cool, man. Like he comes out, he's a banger. You know what I mean? And that's what people want to see. Nobody, no offense to nobody else, but nobody wants to see like just waiting and touch. Right. Everybody wants to see blood,
Not in this sport.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. People boo in this sport all the time for reasons I don't even understand.
Like seriously, and like we all love boxing, but let's be honest. If you sit down on like a ESPN Tuesday night fights or something like that, there's going to be too much feel out rounds for us to stay interested in that fucking event. You know what I mean? Yeah. But a BKFC event or a Bareknuckle event on a Tuesday night, nobody's feeling anything out. Everyone's gunning in there. Everyone's pedals to the floor, and they're trying to get out of there as fast as possible, which eliminates the fucking boringness of any. Conor McGregor said it in that interview. Conor once again endorsed this sport big time, and love him or hate him, the good things that he keeps saying about this sport. When he had that interview with Ariel Helwani the other day, and he said, like, and I don't remember what word for word it was, he said it's almost impossible to have a boring fight in bare knuckle.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit it right on the head,
Yeah.
dude.
Every
Right
punch can be a knockout, or it can be a cut. It could end the fight. You just never know. And it's fast paced. It's fast paced.
Yeah.
When did you hear about this, Sawyer? Like, have you had like plenty of notice? You're getting a full 8-week, 10-week camp?
I had 6-7 weeks. I want to say, like I said, Nate was really cool about it. You know what I mean? Like he apologized about the last one. Like, dude, it's not your fault. You know what I mean? Like it happens, but he was really cool. And like I said, he got a contract out right when this one came up. You know what I mean? So like I said, he's always been good to me. He's never like bullshitting me or dragged me along. He's always been like, hey, I got something now. No, I don't have anything yet. You know what I mean? He's always kept it real with me. So I knew when he says, hey, we'll find something, he meant it,
Are you fight to fight? Are you on like one fight at a time with these guys? Or are you on a multiple fight contract?
Yeah. One fight at a time. I would like to get multiple fights, man. Like,
so what I was going to say a little earlier when Mike was talking about until they establish a solid roster, these like 2-3 week notice fights are going to be a pretty common thing until they establish a huge, like the UFC has 700 fighters on their fucking roster. You know what I mean? They can make, because they have so many fighters signed to so many multiple fight contracts, they could plan 12 months out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys, until they start establishing a roster of fighters that are on multiple fight contracts, they really can't do that, dude.
Yeah.
When they're going one fight at a time, fight to fight, I mean, it's just going to be part of the nature of the game, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't got no issue with it, man. Like I said, this is what I do for a living. When I'm not teaching boxing, it's training full time, and like I said, I decided to go full go into it this year. I just turned 31, so I'm starting to get into those prime years, and I haven't been fighting that long. I graduated college in 2015 and I wrestled. So right after wrestling, I fought amateur 2 years and then turned pro, so I haven't been doing this too long. So I got, some pretty good longevity left in the sport. But like I said, I want to do it smart this time. But again, be prepared for whatever, you know what I mean?
When did you start boxing?
2019, man. I started late.
So you didn't even start boxing until after college?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have like a couple of non-sanctioned fights.
But like, to be honest, you're fairly new to the sport, and it seems like you've taken to it pretty well. Obviously, you're good enough to teach it. You know what I mean? You're teaching
Puerto Rico, man. We're good at boxing and baseball, man.
That's fucking awesome. So, hey, and you mentioned your age. You're 31 years old. How old were you in your Tapology photo? Because I don't know who this guy in your Tapology photo was that I was looking at earlier. There's not a tattoo on that guy. There's this big luscious head of hair at the top and a nice fade, no tats.
Yeah.
When the hell was that picture taken?
Yeah.
That was my amateur days, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I was like 20, 24, 25, I want to say.
That's funny, man. So I mean, you've gotten a lot of tattoos in the last 7 years.
Yeah, dude, and then my back, and like a lot of life has happened to me in these last 6 years, man. Let's just say that, dude.
Wow.
I didn't even realize that till he just said that, because I was looking at it earlier and I was like, wait a second. Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah. There wasn't a
lineup going on.
Not a shred of ink on that picture at all, man.
I didn't have any tattoos. I didn't have any tattoos at all at the time. Oh.
And now you're a billboard.
Pretty much, man. Yeah.
Dude, well, we're excited to see you back, as we said already. I mean,
I'm so surprised it took us so long to get you on, but it's also, I think, because in fact you haven't fought for a long time. You haven't been on the card on any card. So it's like we interviewed you there, and then we really haven't seen you at all. So then when you're down this card, like, oh my God, I was looking this weekend. I was like, yo, we gotta, who we gonna have on the show? And I'm like, holy shit. I can't even believe it. It's been this long. It's been over a month. I mean, a year. I'm sorry. It's been over a year. I can't even believe that. It's so crazy.
I'm not really on social media like that, so I don't really post up much like that.
Yeah.
I'm not really like the social person.
Well, the thing is too, a lot of like we get fighters that ask to come on, and I'm like not like trying to sound fucking braggadocious or anything, but like we have gotten to the point where every single event that's coming up, all the fighters that are going to be on that card are going to come through the show. And we only get to do the show twice a week. And like getting 3 or 4 fighters on is going to have us on an hour and a half to 2 hours. And when we get fighters that aren't on any of the upcoming cards, we just really kind of like wait until they have fight news. You know what I mean? It's what it comes down to, man.
Yeah.
So I wish we had gotten you on earlier, but you're back and you're active now, and you got a fucking banger coming up in an awesome division, Great Falls, Montana. We're gonna play a game with you real quick. We're gonna do a speed round with you. These are me and Mike were like, what kind of questions do we ask this guy? I don't know. He's probably not afraid of a lot of things. Let's see this. Here we go. How far into the ocean will you swim when you're at the beach?
I'm as far as I can. I can swim.
Really?
Man. I'm Puerto Rican, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. See, not me. Like if I go to the ocean, I may go out.
You go out to the buoys. You go past the buoys.
Listen, man, there's no fear of water. My mom pushed me into a pool to teach me how to swim, dude. There is no fear of water.
But it's not really more fear of water. It's more fear of like you get out there and your feet can't touch the ground anymore. And there's got to be some sharks around somewhere. You know what I mean?
I grew up in Chicago, man. I'd rather be in the ocean taking my chances with the sharks than walking down some streets.
Oh, man, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's got to tell you a little something about the streets of Chicago, I guess. Here we go. Number 2.
What's the longest text message you'll read while you're driving your car?
The longest I don't know is usually I ignore a lot of people. I'm gonna be honest. I ignore a lot of people and people get mad at me. But if my mom texts me, it's my mom. I'm gonna have to like try to either let my car read the message out to me, try to pull off to the side, try to answer it. Because if I have to scroll to read it, that means something happened. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm 31 years old. I fight for a living, but I'm still scared of my mom, man.
Dude, he's got a car that reads his text to him. See, you're doing better than us.
I do too. Sorry, Kyle. I do too.
My brother's a car salesman.
My car will read the text to me.
Dude,
would you like to respond, sir? And
exactly.
I go, yes, I will respond and tell him this.
I used to fucking write just bullshit messages to my buddy because I knew his truck read the text. I'd be like, "Hey Mario, fuck you." Ha 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 ha. And I would type out the word, I would type ha 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 like 1,000 fucking times. So his truck, he was like, dude, I will be driving and it'll be like, "Hey Mario, fuck you." Ha 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 ha.
That's kind of why I don't listen to nothing. You know what I mean?
You stop it. Ding.
Yeah.
It'll be like, "Mario, I may be a car, but I could still feel you farting into my seats. Stop, leave me alone." Shit like that.
So I have to bring up something here. We have a new viewer. It might be a fan or a friend of yours, Ramon Diaz. I don't know if you know this guy. Do you know this guy? See, he laughs. So that's how he knows him. He's smiling, right? This guy said some funny shit just now. Got to bring it up. He says, "That man can't swim." Laugh out loud. And this is a good one. This is a good one right here. Here it comes. His hands are stone. How are you going to swim? That's a good question. How can you swim if your hands are stone? I mean,
yeah, it's like sending somebody to the ocean with cinder block shoes.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got an ass whooping on the way next time we spar. He's got an ass whooping waiting for him next time we spar. So.
Sorry, Ramon.
That's awesome, man. Hey, how many shots are too many?
Like liquor shots? I don't drink. I don't drink.
Doesn't drink. So
then
one
the
is
answer
too
is
many.
one is too many. There you go. And last one for you, Mike.
Would you spend the night in an abandoned asylum? Would you
Oh,
do
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
You're into that? Into
Not even a
ghosts and
hesitation.
shit?
Yeah.
Would you sleep or would you walk around all night?
Why not? It's a ghost or whatever, hunting shit. Again, dude, seen way worse stuff than a little ghost.
Right. And my thing is too, is like, if you wouldn't be intimidated by the person if they were alive, why the fuck would you be intimidated if they're dead? You know?
Yeah, because they can knock stuff over and shut doors, man.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm the type of guy to watch scary movies just to be able to sleep, man. So that's
I mean, you're talking to a guy, like I try to tell Mike, I'll be like, dude, you got to watch this movie, and he'll be like,
Oh,
no.
the Terrifier. Yeah, I'm all
Oh
set.
my god, I love the Terrifier.
See part two?
Oh boy, this guy's about to what? He's like, hey, I think I'm gonna watch the Terrifier 2 on the plane down to South Carolina.
You gotta watch All Hallows Eve too.
Yeah,
That's
All Hallows Eve. That was
really
his.
good.
That was when Art first showed up, right?
Yep.
So I was joking around. So usually when we travel to events, I'll go to Mike's house Wednesday night. I'll crash on his basement couch and I'll download some movies to watch on the plane. And I said that to him. I was like, Mike, how do you think the people on the plane would feel if I watched Terrifier 2 on the plane on my iPad? And he's like, I don't know about that one, dude. He's like, isn't that the one that like people were running out of the theater throwing up and shit? I'm like, yeah, that was it.
It was a good one, man.
I mean, but that, not to go off on a thing, Art the Clown is like one of the best horror movie villains of all time. His whole demeanor, like the mime clown, when he laughs quiet, like he like gets a kick out of all this crazy shit that he's doing. And then in the second movie, when he like, he like crammed a handful of mashed potatoes in the hole in that girl's face or whatever that was. And then he laughs his ass off.
Yeah.
Oh man, fucking hilarious. You guys should all watch it. Everybody, when you finish the show tonight, go on Amazon Prime and watch it.
I would watch it. I just, I just have to be in the mood to watch something crazy like that, not just on any old day. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this. Look at this. Kevin Smith. My kids detest Mike and Mish because of their Terrifier 2 recommendation. I never in a million years would have told you to watch that with your children.
Right.
Yes. Do not watch that. If you're watching this, do not watch Terrifier 2 with your children.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, that's beyond. That's like next level insane. That shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, when I watched the first one in the Saw scene with the hanging of the feet, and I won't go into too much. Yeah, right down the middle.
Yeah.
I recorded it with my phone just so I can bring it to work and show them the next day. And he was like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, you gotta wonder what goes through the writers, like the writers that sit down and write this movie, like especially the second one, because they got to get checked out. Those guys,
but even as an actor to volunteer and do all that.
There's kids in the second one.
There is.
Yes.
And that's what like blew his, like, I'm like, Mike, there's like a little girl that is like Art's sidekick.
Yeah.
And then there's a little boy who can't be more than like 10 years old. And they're fucking chasing this kid doing the crazy shit. That kid's got to live a life now.
What a crazy movie.
That kid's got to live a life now, man.
Yeah, it's definitely not for the faint at heart, that movie, man.
Yeah. Fantastic. Oh man, well, Gabriel, I think I like you even more now than I did a few minutes ago. You are back June 9th, BKFC 44. You and Sawyer Depee gonna go to war. We'll give you a few minutes or a minute, say whatever you want to say. If you want to give us a prediction, you can do that too. Shout some people out, and then we'll let you get up out of here.
Obviously, man, I want to thank God for the opportunity, man. It's one of those things, like you said, everything happens when it's time. And so I feel like my time is now. Shout out to my new team, Team Cologne, my coach, Steve Cologne. He kind of took me in and guided me when, like I said, I didn't have that direction of where my fight career was going. You know what I mean? So shout out to him, the rest of the team, the gym. My team, 2-9 Cartel, my fighters, all of them. My striking coach, Esteban Cruz, my family, my mom, just everybody has been supporting me, man. You guys for giving me the platform to, for the interview. And actually, you guys were my first interview right after my fight.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That was pretty cool too, man, because everybody kind of just looked at me like, who's this big tatted guy? And then you, Mish, I think it was you. You came up, hey man, you got time for an interview? I was like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go.
Yeah.
And then
Hell yeah.
So it was cool, man. It was nice. It was nice, man. You guys made the experience that much better.
Cool. Awesome.
Well,
Glad to hear
we're
that.
soldiers. So here's the thing. We've been in the Army for too long to see a guy who's covered in tattoos and get scared. All right. Because I don't know if you guys know this about the military. Everybody's fucking tattooed except for Mike.
Except me.
Except for Mike. Like
That's
Mike's
it. I'm like
one.
the only guy without tattoos. It's true. I'm like the only one.
Don't get them, man. They're overrated, bro. They're overrated.
Like
I have like a mental problem where I don't have it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like a very undecisive person. Like I couldn't decide on what I wanted. I'd probably be covered in tattoos too. I just can't make a decision. I can't make a fucking decision.
You know what though? Like I'll be honest with you. When I started getting tattoos, I have like from here up on both arms done and my back. My wife was the one that fucking stopped me when we got together and we got married. She was like, do yourself a favor and don't go below the t-shirt line. Right. It's like, I'm like, why? Who gives a fuck? But you know what? I mean, I kind of am okay with it now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Whatever.
Well, for a short time, the military was not letting you have it, or they were, you know what I mean? They were docking people and shit. Now you can. Now it's cool because they got like a new sergeant major of the Army like years back, and he was younger, and he was like, oh, you can have tattoos here, tattoos here. You can wear headphones. You can wear black socks. You can wear ankle socks. He changed a whole bunch of shit. So, which is cool because it's like we were still living in the freaking 50s with some people, you know?
Yeah.
So
now you can have you could basically get a fucking face. You can get like, you could pretty much have like a face.
You can have it on the side. Yeah.
On the sides. Yeah. You can get them on your face now.
You could have nothing.
For a while, it was, you were allowed to do it up behind your ears for a while. And then like under here, but they still had, you can't do the inside of your lip for whatever fucking reason. Like anybody's going to see that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I don't know.
Well, I know my brother got shit because he has them all the way up his arm and on his hands.
Yeah, I got
back of his hands and fingers.
Right.
Yeah. So they were like, "Ooh, you gotta take pictures," and they threw all that shit out now. So, which is great.
All right, man. Well, hey, it's been fucking fun talking to you. It's been too long till we got you on here. Best of luck in your fight with Sawyer, and hopefully you stay active, and we'll get you back on here, and we'll talk again.
And we'll be there for a live one.
Yeah. All right, man. You have a good night.
You too. See you guys
later, man.
Take it easy. Later. Gabriel Mota.
Yes.
The Hands of Stone will be taking on Sawyer Depee.
Yep. There it is again. So we had both of them on tonight. Better watch it. Remember, you're Stunod if you don't. You're Stunod if you don't.
You're Stunod if you don't.
There was a conversation happening while we were talking, and I saw it, and it was about pizza, and I love pizza, and so does Kyle. We love it. And it was two people here. I think it was Dickman Dickelheimer. If you're still watching, he's talking about Detroit style pizza, Kyle. He was talking about Detroit style pizza, and he's telling Absent-Minded to eat it. And we went to a place in Denver where Absent was. Holy shit, you could have came here with us. I don't even know.
Was it Blue?
It was this place right here. It was called
Blue
Pan.
Dude.
And it was rated the #1 pizza place in Denver. And it's Detroit style pizza. So if you're ever in Denver, Colorado, go there. Even El Presidente from Barstool Sports, Dave Portnoy went there and did a review for the One Bite. And
he gave it like
it was good.
He gave
it was really
like
good. I wish I had a little more in me for that, but man, that
Mike went there and got hit with the heartburn bug from a fucking margarita. But dude, I think Dave Portnoy gave that place like an 8.1 or something like that, and for him to give like the thicker crust pizza anything over an 8, it's got to be fantastic because
it's that crust.
You know that Portnoy likes like the Brooklyn style or like the New Haven style pizza is like more Portnoy style for really high scores. And next time you go to Denver, go out there and make a point to stop there and eat. It's really good.
Also, we got our friend in who's saying Detroit style pizza is the best, Gary Lang. And hello, Gary. Check this out. Thank you, Gary. I I was drinking from this, but usually I drink my coffee out of this in the show lately. I've been drinking my coffee. I love it. I was not drinking from it now because I felt as though the ice was hitting the can too hard today, because I usually drink coffee out of that, but now I have a drink, and with the ice, it was like ting, 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 ting. So I was like, it's probably not a good cup for the drink that I have today.
Listen, Rick Caruso, I'm not saying that Portnoy's not a douchebag. I'm just saying.
Well, we are also Boston fans too, so
Yeah.
we are New Englanders, and so we
He can be douchey
understand
at
the
times.
douchiness of a New Englander and a Boston guy.
Now, what are we gonna do about these tickets, man?
Oh, what are we gonna do about the tickets? So let me do something here. Let me do a little preamble for the tickets. Right, we have 3 tickets courtesy of the Extreme BK Fans page, Russ Maxim and Big Country. John Kerry, he's in the comments too. They're both here. They have given us 3 tickets to give away to BKFC 44 to see the hometown guys, Kai Stewart and Louis Lopez, take on each other for the inaugural 145-pound title. Here's the rules, right? I am going to give you a question to answer. You must answer it. This is going to be like, Wheel of Fortune. You can't say an extra fucking thing, whatever. You have to give me the goddamn answer in the comments, and do not answer the question if you are not going to go to the show, please, because you'll ruin this for everyone.
But what I know that there's some people in the comments that are going to be going to the event. If you want to win these tickets and then give them to somebody that that also wants to go to the event,
yes.
Wesley Killeagle, for example,
Yes,
if you want to win this shit, win them and then give them to somebody who deserves it. Go ahead, Mike.
Or if you're not going to do that, please, I ask you, do not answer, because we've had a few times where someone's answering and then they're like, we don't want that. And it's like, damn it, we had to come up with another freaking question on the fly. So I'm going to ask a question about Great Falls. So if you live in Great Falls, Mike, you will know this.
Yes, Howie says, if we win, can we give them away?
Yes.
So that's the question. I mean, the answer is yes. If you have somebody that will go to this event, feel free to win these tickets.
But if you take them and you don't know who you're going to go give them to, you're in the same position we are in right now, right? You don't know. And now you're going to be like, oh, wait, who do I give the tickets to? So just make sure you can give them away, because they cannot be wasted. That would suck. These guys paid money for these tickets, and it would be nice to get people to the show that either can't afford to go or want to go, but we're thinking like, I don't know. Make their night, make their day, whatever, and get them there and show them the best goddamn combat sport.
So you're going to ask
planet Earth.
You're going to ask a question about Great Falls?
About Great Falls.
Oh,
I thought maybe a question about Great Falls would be awesome. Here it is. Great Falls is home to the Roe River. What is the Roe River, and how long is it? Let's go. Why is it famous? Why is the Roe River famous, and how long is the river? Go.
Why is the Roe River, is it ROW?
ROE.
ROE. Why is the Roe River famous?
Yep. And
how long is it?
Yep.
I'm going to try to come up with a guess in my head.
A guesstimate? I figured it'd take a little longer for people to answer both of them at the same time.
All right. So while this is going on, I'm going to brag a little bit about my my boys tonight, my team. I know we talked about it and you made fun of me a little bit about coaching, but listen, we got this kid.
God damn, Rick Caruso. How the hell did you what did you copy and paste? Like, what the fuck is that? Rick Caruso, you're going to go to the fights?
He got the answer already?
Yeah, man. Look at this guy.
Okay. So the Roe River runs from Giant Springs to the Missouri River near Great Falls, Montana. The Roe River is only 201 feet long at its longest constant point, and has been named as the world's shortest river by the Guinness Book of World Records before Guinness eliminated the category.
So check it out. Rick Caruso, are you going to the fights, or did you just answer this question? Because if not, then I think, let's see here.
Megan.
Tiffany McKinstry would be the winner.
She put 210.
No, she put 210. Oh no, she put 210. So
it would be Megan, but she ain't going to the fucking fights.
Yeah. Did anyone listen to the rules here? Hey, Rick, are you going? Are you going? Are you going?
Give us an answer. I had to Google that. LOL. Didn't even know. And he's from out there.
Wesley's from the area. So that's why I figured maybe people from the area might know. They might not know. Howie would be in second place because he answered the full question. So.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Wesley.
Not
Wesley. Howie got it. About Wesley. Wesley, you didn't know, huh? You were there. You were there and you didn't know it. But now you know. And you can go swim that thing. 201 feet.
He says, I'm not a douchebag. I'm planning on going.
Well, good. Rick
hell
Caruso
fucking
is
yeah,
gonna
dude.
Bring 2.
You know, those are front row seats too.
Front row. You're sitting front row. You will be in touch with Russ Maxim. He probably already has your information. He knows who you are. You probably know who Russ is already. So he will get in touch with you and give you those tickets. So thank you to the BK Extreme Fans page for putting up the money to do something like this. And they've done this more than one time, giving us the tickets to give out, which is awesome. So thank you guys so much for that. And man, looks like Rick's going to bring a couple of people to go see some good fights down in or over for us in Great Falls, Montana, which I wish we could go to, but we won't be there. We do, however, have a couple of pictures to give away, don't we?
We do. I don't know if we have a photo for them to pull up.
I don't have the photos to pull up, but there are. I can probably pull one up real quick while
I made that graphic.
So real quick, I do have a question. We could use it from earlier if people it's
something from earlier tonight.
Yeah, we could ask
for a picture of Bryce Henry signed.
Yes, for a picture of the signed Bryce Henry photo. Who did he just beat in his last boxing match? Go.
I was going to say he'd rather be doing what than boxing.
Nice.
He said watching anime, remember? But anyways, hey, dude, in the game tonight, this big ass kid that I got playing third base, this kid Jacob, I love this fucking kid. He is a absolute stud, right? Big kid. When I say big, he's like up to my eyes. He's 9 years old, probably 180 pounds. I put him at third base. He made a ESPN top 10 fucking play on third base tonight. The kid hit a little blooper. Jacob hustled his ass, slid like he was sliding into a base, fucking slid under it and caught that shit. Saving a couple runs from scoring, and that was fucking awesome. Shout out to that kid. What do we got?
Howie Atherton is the winner of
How is it
Bryce
that way? Okay.
Henry.
I love Howie and everybody, but why is it that like only a couple people get these questions right every week? It's always Howie. It's always Rick.
Did Howie win yet, though? Has he won something? Have we sent him something?
No, he won once and said, give it to somebody
And he gave
else.
it away. Yeah, he gave it away.
You know?
So he won this week. Howie, give it away.
You're a fucking idiot. Stop playing, dude.
Don't play the game if you guys don't want it. Who is the next person? Well, so Rick, I don't want to do this to you, but let's do a different question then. Who's listening here? Henry's last opponent was boxing German. Way.
Earlier tonight, Bryce Henry, we asked him, who would be your dream fight? What was the first name that he said? Not the name that he settled on. The first name that he said. When I asked him, when Mike asked him, dream fight, who's your dream fight? He said a name. Yep. Then he said a couple other names. And then he finally settled on one name, but that wasn't the first name that he said. Floyd was not the first name that he said.
Howie, what are you doing?
I hate him. I hate him. Ban him from the fucking comments, dude. He spelt it wrong anyway.
I know. There we go. TJ.
There it is. TJ.
There we go.
Yes, we have a winner.
You son of a bitch.
We
Howie,
have
what
a
are you
winner.
doing to us?
TJ, you get the signed Bryce Henry picture. Do we also give him the Mark Johnson picture, or do we want to
let's do a Mark Johnson. Let's do a Mark Johnson question.
Fucking Howie, dude.
Fucking Howie's busting our balls real bad right now, that motherfucker.
Okay, let's come up with a quick Mark Johnson one. Mark Johnson.
Oh my God, Mark Johnson. What can we do for the Mark Johnson, right?
Mark Johnson.
Okay, Mark Johnson is a BKFC fighter, right? There's another Mark Johnson, and what is he famous for? What sport is he famous for playing? Go.
There's another Mark Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, when you Google it, it's the first one that comes up. Oh, the first one that came up for me was an American film producer.
No, sport.
Yeah.
Mark Johnson. There's a famous Mark Johnson, and
what's the answer?
I can't tell you because people are answering.
Oh, did he play on the USA hockey team? Oh shit! I just said the fucking answer.
Did you just tell the answer?
Is that the answer?
Told you. I just told you not to say it.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh, look at this. Boom.
Absent-minded got it. There you go. Did he get it after I said it?
You know what's really funny is you asked me and I said we're live. I can't tell you the answer. We're asking the question, and then you said the answer afterwards.
Oh, my bad, dude. Was he a hockey player?
You just pulled a Howie on live air.
Well,
he's a hockey player.
He was a
right,
hockey
TJ.
player.
What the fuck's going on here? Hey.
What? Yeah, he's laughing at me.
Yeah, he's laughing at you.
Speaking of TJ, all right. Well, hey, Absent-minded is gonna get himself a Mark Johnson signed picture. TJ is gonna get a signed Bryce Henry picture. That's awesome. And also Rick Caruso and two lucky people are gonna be sitting front row ringside at the Great Falls event, BKFC 44. I can't fucking wait.
Rick, who are you bringing with you? Who is Rick bringing with him? What do you think? Is it not? Does he have children? You gonna bring your children? You gonna bring your children with you? Hey, children, want to come to the Bareknuckle fights with me? It must be nice to go and watch some fights instead of fight in them, huh?
Yeah, I hope he wears that jacket when he goes.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, those two pictures and those 3 tickets are brought to you by the Extreme BK Fans page. And you better be subscribed to their channel and sharing, because they go and they share every fighter's post. They share all the BKFC posts. I mean, they're all over the place and they're spending their own hard-earned money on some of this stuff. And it's pretty wild that they do it. And to be honest with you, I think I'm going to try to talk them out of doing that. I'm just kidding.
I
just can't believe that they do it.
Dude, they also have like a fucking super dope badass title belt that they had made.
Yeah, like insane.
Their person that makes them might end up being the guy who makes their fucking belts. Makes the BKFC belts, you know what I mean? Like they're getting into business, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Trying to do some things.
You guys are doing beautiful things.
Tomorrow night we got another show.
We do.
We got we're gonna start the show off with the guy who will be fighting Bryce Henry. The 3-0 Billy Wagner will be on. Local guy out there in Montana. And Billy will be joining us tomorrow night. First on the docket will be him. Then we're going to follow that up with Dallas Davison, who's going to be fighting Lloyd Mix on that card. I think they may be are they the co-main? Yeah, the co-main event on that. And we are bringing back somebody who fell off with us Last week we were talking to him. He went on with Brian Sosha yesterday on the Bareknuckle show and fucking came super high energy, ready to sell the hell out of that fight. And he did a damn good job doing it. But he wants to come back and finish his conversation with us. Louis Lopez will be on the show tomorrow night. So it's Billy Wagner, Dallas Davison, and Louis Lopez tomorrow night. So make sure you guys are tuned in for that. Thank you to Bryce, Henry, Sawyer Depee, and Gabriel Mota for coming on the show tonight. And this is always fun, Mike. I know that every time we sit down in these chairs after a long day of work and long night with the kids, and me coming straight from the Little League field, and it's like we
do this?
We get real close to like being like, damn, I don't feel like really fucking doing a show tonight. I just been up since 5 o'clock this morning. And then you know what? We go live and it goes great. And I love it every single time we do it. So
all you guys are here, all of our friends and fans and supporters of the show. We love it. We love every moment of it. And we're just gonna keep on keeping on, like we say. So we will see you all tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning. What am I, an idiot? Tomorrow night. Okay. See what's going on here with my brain?
Yep.
Tomorrow night, and it's on till the break of dawn.
So 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Peace.
Peace.